Well, believe it or not, it is beginning to dry out a little bit. It's going to be a slow process today, but you can see on the Doppler radar, we've actually dried out once you get up there to the north of Everett, and less rain coming down up in the Cascades as well. But once you get south of there, though, still wet, especially up in the Cascades. You see we're into the yellows and the even a little bit of orange out there today. But the change is going to be really noticeable today. We had 1.6 inches of rain at the airport yesterday, which broke the record for the date. Today, we're going to see maybe about a half an inch, less than a half an inch for most places in the lowlands, even down here where it's still raining. Up in the mountains, probably mostly about 1 to 2 inches in the area where the rain continues, and we'll see maybe some 3 inches in some of the higher elevation stuff, but definitely an improvement in terms of the inputs to the river, but they're already really full at this point. That is going to be extending that flooding well into the weekend, it looks like at this point. Checking the Everett Tower cam, looks like we still got the rain coming down, wet roadways there in that shot. Checking our forecast, though, you see decreasing showers today. Even the southern areas should start to dry as we head towards later this afternoon, and only a few showers around tomorrow, which will be really helpful, and a totally dry day Saturday before we see a little weak cold front move through on Sunday, which will drop snow levels down at least briefly on Sunday, so something to look forward to. In fact, we're going to see them drop briefly up in the mountains today. Could get down as low as Stevens Pass briefly during the day. You might see an inch or so of snow there by midday or so, but then it's going to go right back up again as we head towards Friday. Overall, for first alert weather through Friday, we extended it even though it's going to be drying out. The flooding is still going to be widespread, and the areas that are flooded will probably not have begun to drain very much by then. We may potentially extend it into the weekend. We'll kind of reevaluate that during the day today. Rain will be decreasing today, but the river flooding continue, and of course the landslide risk is going to be there for the next 1 to 2 weeks as we try and percolate that water out. And it does look like next week is going to continue to be wet, but with lower snow levels, but we'll still be wetting the lands down here in the lowlands, maintaining that landslide threat. Right now, the current count is for 27 rivers with flood warnings. We expect major flooding on 13 of those, and historic flooding near the record highs for them, probably anywhere from about 3 to 4. That's an exact number because it's not an actual classification of flood levels. So we do have a flood warning out. Basically, normally it's for right around certain rivers, but you can see it's an aerial warning right now covering a big chunk of the Cascades down into the lowlands today, all the way into Saturday. And we do have the flash flood warning. This is very important up there. Northwestern Snohomish County, western Skagit County, because of the potential for the dikes to fail up there as we're getting close to their record levels. And if you overtop those levees, you can have some major problems and some major flooding take place. That's the reason everybody is so concerned about that. And we continue with the flood watch basically for all of western Washington at this point, covering small streams, etc. That atmospheric river still aimed at it, but it's going to diminish during the course of the day and gradually go away. We should see that drying as we head into the weekend, but we'll get into that pattern next week where it's going to be wet but cooler. In fact, you can see we've got decreasing showers today, a few showers tomorrow, dry Saturday, showers Sunday. We'll see next week, like I said, wet, but you'll notice those temperatures dropping back. Snow levels by midweek next week down to Snoqualmie Pass, so it'll be falling as snow rather than rain in the mountains.